I will buy you a litter picker and a set of bin bags. Right? Instead of ticketing people, why don't you go around and pick up all the shit that's on the floor? Yes guys, welcome back to the channel, and this morning was a mad one. As I was waiting for the train with Josh and Toby, we seen a couple of the enforcement officers. Well, Josh seen them first. He's recorded a little separate conversation there, so if you want to see that, go to his channel. But the rest of it I've got, and I put them on the toes about freedom of speech and having your rights to be able to say what you like in public within reason. So I challenged him on this, and he had a same script to go by. This is the PSPO area. Right, it doesn't matter, it doesn't change the fact that I've got a right to a freedom of speech, you know, etc, etc. But in the video, enjoy the confrontation, guys. It's a good video, it's a good watch. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, all that good stuff. And yeah guys, just enjoy this footage, because it's the first time I've got to see these latest ones who lie. They say they work directly from the council, as you can see by the uniforms, but they don't. They are a private company. You still don't have to give your details across. Enjoy. And look, in Grimsby town yet again, we've got the muggings that are taking place. Muggins. The current officers that are lying to people, saying they work directly from the council, which they don't. They're a private company. I've been waiting to see you guys for ages.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah, you don't work directly for the council, do you?
What's that to do with you, sir?
You report me to the police? Oh, go on then.
Report you to the police?
Yeah, report me to the police.
Your facial recognition gets uploaded to the council. You ask the question, I'll answer your question. Your facial recognition gets uploaded. In this gentleman's case, he's obstructing me performing a statutory duty. So he's committing an offence.
No, he's not.
Yes, he has.
No, he's not. I've been stood there with even a police officer and told him to. I've been stood there even with a police officer, assisting the people that used to work here before.
Police protection order in place on here.
Yeah, and I care less.
You don't care?
No, I don't, because you only target vulnerable people.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
The bloke ignored him anyway.
It's not an opinion.
The bloke ignored him anyway and carried on riding.
Yeah, because of what you did.
Yeah.
That's the
And I'm glad you ain't robbing
Anyway,
people.
I've got that on video.
I'm glad you ain't robbing people.
He was already ignoring you back before he even started speaking to you.
I'm glad you ain't robbing people. I'm glad you ain't robbing people.
I'm not robbing people.
You are? You are?
That's
You
your
are?
opinion.
No, it's not.
There's a public space protection order in place in this whole zone.
So is there a reason you're out at this time in the morning?
Yeah, there's a public space protection zone all the way through.
Right, is there a reason you're out at this time in the morning?
To answer your question.
You keep on going on about the same protection order that I've spoke to many people before.
Let me finish. Between Bollard to Bollard, right, there's a public space protection order in place all through here, which is the benefit of protecting pedestrians when they're out shopping. Yeah? No cycles through here. So all I have to do is ask people to dismount, that's it. If they won't do that, then
So
that's an offence.
what happened to the guy that got ticketed £500 for riding his bike?
That's a separate case as far as I understand.
He was a vulnerable person, wasn't he?
No, it was over a period
And then-
of time. From what I was aware, it was a period of time over an extended period of time.
Hey! Enjoy your bike ride.
Is there a reason you're following us?
So to have this conversation, but you keep on walking.
Yeah, I've got to.
Yeah. You're doing duty. You can't stand here all day talking to me. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Get on with your day.
Ask questions, no problem.
Fine, get on with your day if you don't want to talk to me.
And I said if you don't ask questions, ask your questions.
Yeah, and I've asked, but you still ain't answered.
I have.
Why you target vulnerable people?
You
I
want to
don't
ask?
target vulnerable people.
But you do.
No, I
He was a
don't.
vulnerable man, and then Lincolnshire, North East Lincolnshire Council, right, put up a post saying this man got targeted. Right, this man got a £500 fine. There's like a threat warning basically to anyone riding in the town centre.
Well, that's how you perceive it online.
No, it's how you see it.
How you perceive it online.
How everyone sees it.
How the law impacts individuals who constantly flout the law. I think they can do as they please through this zone. I will let you know that they'll be adjusting the PSPO through here soon.
To what?
Well, you'll see accordingly, and it'll be dealt with accordingly. If I get people like these guys obstructing me in performance of a statutory duty, then obviously...
Have we physically touched you?
Not you, these two.
Have they physically touched you?
They don't have to. So under the PSPO for this area, when you obstruct an officer in performance of his statutory duty...
How is it obstructing by having a freedom of speech?
No, it's not. I'm answering your question. When you obstruct an officer in performance of a statutory function, that makes it an offence, which is what these two will be dealt with. So these two are liable for prosecution as things stand.
No, they're not, because they never touched you. They never stopped you doing your duties. They spoke. They have a freedom of speech. They have a right to a freedom of speech. And if you want to try and challenge anybody's right to a freedom of speech,
ignoring you by the time I even said it.
Not at all.
So our cameras are
doesn't matter. If we have a freedom of speech and we want to tell people carry on riding, it's up to them themselves whether they carry on riding or they stop and speak to you.
How you interpret
Right?
it is you're interpreting it an entirely
It's how a judge will interpret it, actually, because it's a freedom of speech. I believe that you target vulnerable people. I believe you're in a vulnerable town centre right now that, as you can see, is struggling by many closed shops, many closed small businesses as well.
to do with me, performance of my duty.
Because you're targeting and finding people riding a bike.
Yes, as I've
Yes.
explained why.
You don't ask people to dismount.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you
I do on a
don't.
regular
Because I've had several people come up to me, and this is why I've been waiting to see the new ones, right? Because the old ones got run out of town by me, yeah? Because I kept on recording them every single day, and they didn't like it. They went to the police, everything. And I have freedom of speech to be able to walk in this town centre and say what I like around any of you guys. If I don't like your job, I have got freedom of speech to do so, okay? And the police know about this freedom of speech. I'm explaining to you what I'm doing and what I will continue to do, right? I will walk through this town centre every time I see you guys, and I will have my freedom of speech. It's up to you whether you do your duty or not. That is not me. I am not going to physically touch you. Neither of any of my colleagues are going to physically touch you or physically do anything towards you guys. We're not physically going to stand in the way of you doing anything or having a conversation with anyone. We are going to have our freedom of speech. We're going to continue to have our freedom of speech, and we are going to... Right, let me finish. You want to finish? Let me finish now. We are going to continue having our freedom of speech, and we are going to continue recording the interactions with you guys. If you don't like it, you don't like it. You don't have to stop and speak to us.
I gave you consent.
Yeah, you don't have to stop and speak to us. You don't have to stop and talk all this bull, right? Because it is bull. It is bull. We have a freedom of speech.
Public perception.
We have a freedom of speech to be able to say what we want to say. We have a freedom of speech to be able to say what we want to say in public, right? Do we or do we not have this right?
He's just told this gentleman. He's just told this gentleman to get on his bike and cycle through.
Yeah, that's his freedom of speech.
No, it's not his freedom of speech. That's a criminal offence again.
Why is it a criminal offence? Having a freedom of speech, having an opinion. Having an
He'll
opinion.
be prosecuted accordingly.
Having an opinion.
I'm not going to stand
Having an opinion or freedom of speech is a prosecutable offence. Having freedom of speech or an opinion is... Yes, I do. I do.
That directly commit an offence in relation to what...
Well, his camera would pick up exactly what he said, because I didn't hear exactly what he said. His camera would pick... That's cool, that's cool. His camera's got all that evidence. Do you know what? How about this? Do you ticket people for cigarette butts as well?
Yes.
Right, how about this? I will walk you to Boys right now, yeah? I will buy you a litter picker and a set of bin bags. Right? Instead of ticketing people, why don't you go around and pick up all the shit that's on the floor?
Or that you facilitate the allowing that to happen.
No, I'm telling you, why don't you actually do something? Why don't you do something different about it rather than just finding people? Because all it is a money-making scam by the corporation. That is all it is.
Well, that's your public perception, so isn't it?
That's my opinion, and that is my freedom of speech. So if you want, I will go there and I will purchase it out of my own pocket to get you a litter picker and a bin bag. So instead...
I don't need that because I'm not a litter. Thank you.
There you go. So you don't really care about the environment. You don't really care about people dumping rubbish on the floor. So therefore, you don't really care.
You're putting a false impression there by making certain comments. What I'm going to advise you to do, it's been reviewed by a barrister on TikTok. I'm not going to, it's up to you whether you go and listen to this, right?
The black belt barrister, yeah.
We've done an article on it recently. I suggest you go look at what he's had to say.
What, I'm still allowed freedom of speech. You should search up freedom of speech. I'm still allowed to have my opinion and my thoughts.
You're telling people to commit crime.
I'm still allowed my freedom of speech and my thoughts.
And so am I. We're having a conversation, sir. You've said nothing obtuse to me. I've done nothing obtuse to you.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
And I'm trying to deal with that. So they've been notified that their facial recognition will be uploaded to council
That's
website.
absolutely fine.
It's told me that the police know who they are. When the police deal with that, we'll prosecute them.
That's absolutely fine. I've done it on numerous occasions. My channel has got loads of videos saying exactly the same. Yeah.
Are you Mr. Rampage?
Yes, I am.
I've heard of you.
Yes, so you know, the other guys, I challenged them on a day-to-day basis every time they was in town. And yes, so
actually,
what I'm going to say to you is
what's your name, sir?
Rampage.
Is that your surname?
No, but it's the name I use. Yeah.
Right. At the moment, I've actually asked my senior people to allow you to come around and walk around with us and just see what we actually do on a daily basis, because I've welcomed the opportunity. I didn't even know who you were, sir. So, you know,
I'm surprised they hadn't showed you the videos before, because of the last group that was here. The last group that was in Grimsby, there was quite gobby, quite mouthy, and they got in my face a few times, but it created content and it created thousands and thousands of views.
Not like that,
so, no, you haven't. But I'm still trying to say to you that whatever these boys have said is up to them. That's their freedom of speech. If they want to ask somebody to do something, then it's up to that person, that individual, to do it or not. If I turn around to you now and went climb up on that building and jump off it head first, would you do it, sir? No, you wouldn't. So, but that's.
Telling people to cycle through the precinct.
But that is that. Yeah, but it's all up to you whether to do that or not. You didn't want to jump off that roof, but it's up to that gentleman there whether he wants to bike.
And then he tells them to get back on the bike and cycle through.
How is that breaking any laws?
Because I've just told you.
It's a freedom of speech. If he wants to ask, it is.
Let me explain to you again. So I'm just saying again.
You can see it again, and you can see it again.
There's a public space protection order in place throughout this entire zone, right? Between bollards and bollards, nobody's entitled to cycle through there. They can get off and dismount and walk through it.
We've got to catch a train anyway.
Yeah.
So
Have
a good day. I will catch you again, and we'll have a longer, more debateful conversation. Anyway, guys, that is it. We've got to run for a train now. So in a bit.